So I was still dating Jason when I moved to Seeger. And he had started to get like very fresh with me. And he was making it known that, he was at Purdue studying mechanical engineering. He had a full ride scholarship to go to Rose Holman Institute. And I told him to go to Rose because I'm like, that is unbeatable. You cannot beat that school. It is like the top in the country. You have got to go to that school. Like, that's incredible. He didn't want to go. He had me, and he didn't want to be far from me. And I'm like, dude, like, that's cool, that's sweet and everything, but like, we haven't been dating that long, and like, you shouldn't make a life decision on, the fact that you and I have been hanging out and getting to know each other for just the few months that we have. Like, this is your life. You've got to do what's best for you. And if you and I work out, if this is going to be a lifetime thing or a long-term thing, then it'll work out. Like, don't worry about that. Like, I'm going to a new school. We've got our whole lives ahead of us. It'll work out if it's supposed to be together, if it's supposed to be that way. And he wouldn't do it. He went to Purdue. His brothers went to Purdue. I think it was just familiar territory for him. And I think he saw the social aspect of Purdue much more appealing than, the all boys institute that Rose Holman is. And I'm like, first of all, if you're dating me, you don't need much of that. But, and if you're really there and that serious about being in engineering, I mean, it's going to take a heck of a lot of your time. And that's like, it's a way better deal. It's way better to go to Rose. Anyway, he didn't listen, so here we are. Anyway, so I was separated, from Caleb and those guys. Dated Jason for a while longer. I had broken up with him a couple of times because he was getting too handsy and pressuring me too much for sex. And while I was at Seeger, I'd been asked out by a couple of guys, and I had turned them down because, I was dating somebody and I didn't know the guys at Seeger and everything. And so I was just like, I need to get to know you guys anyway. So there was another guy, Derek Steven, that asked me out. And I knew that Derek knew was related to Chad Tolan, who was my cousin Helen's boyfriend. And I liked Chad and Helen together. I thought Chad was a good guy. And I thought, if Derek's asking me out and he's as good of a guy as Chad is, then he's definitely somebody that I can, at least, give a chance to. Not that the other guys weren't good dudes or anything, but, I had been trying to break up with Jason anyway. So the timing was just honestly good. So I told Derek, I said, well, you seem really cool. I would love to go out with you, but I need to break up with this guy first. And so Derek was upset about that, and it started a thing. And so eventually, here I am trying to break up with Jason.